People that care more about money and power than they care about the welfare of our beloved city. I'm not going to rehearse the excellent arguments made by my fellow Santa Monicans. You know very well what they are. I was looking at our city seal. In Latin it says, "A happy people, a happy city." Well, a half a century ago, I can't believe it, when I moved here, this was another place. Now it's all money, money, money. And if you think we're going to put up with it, I just would like to cite you the words of the old movie Network. We're mad as hell, and we're not going to take it anymore. Get rid of this Hines nonsense the fastest and cheapest way you can.
And that's what this movement is all about. It's not just about stopping growth and development. It's about organizing people to take back our city so that the people get to speak, so that the residents are at the table when community benefits are being made. You know, we met with the Hines Project. The Hines Project came and talked to us and said, well, we want to talk about community benefits. And we said, well, here's a couple of ideas that we have. And they said, you know what? You have to talk to the city manager for that. Because the city manager told us to tell you that the city staff is going to determine what the community benefits are. How can you have community benefits when the community that's going to be directly impacted by a project isn't even at the table? I'd like to say, someone told me one time that if you're not at the table, you're on the menu. And I can say right now that we have a whole lot of chefs, a whole lot of people that are ready to cook and continue to cook the best meal to protect this city and to make sure that our quality of life is not compromised.
I stood on street corners with my neighbors and had people stop their cars and run over to me and say, I've been looking for this petition. I want to sign this petition. So we did something actually sort of remarkable, but frankly, amazingly easily, because this community does not support this.
There was no promise that the other buildings would ever be built, and the community benefits my friend Jerry is so fond of may never have materialized. In all likelihood, they would have sold the building and split town for gobs of money as fast as possible. Now for the council, you have heard from many others tonight, and many more to come, that they want you to either rescind this project today or put it on the ballot in November. But I challenge you to hold a special election for this development. We all know that special elections are poorly attended, but I'm fairly certain I know of 13,000 residents that will show up. Thank you.
While we were working, we found that everybody who didn't make money from development was anxious to sign the petition.
I was one of the people out gathering signatures, and there's something I want to point out. There's been discussion about, well, it's older people who care, and the youth all want to see this urbanization of Santa Monica. I saw nothing that could be further from the truth. In my neighborhood, every single young person I talked to, and we're talking the 20s and 30s, signed the petition and loved the opportunity. Tricia Crane just mentioned being chased. I literally had people come out of their homes and chase me down the street because they heard I was gathering signatures. So if any part of you believes that this is just a little group of crackpots or NIMBYs or slow growthers, please disabuse yourself of that notion. This is a really deep set of feelings that runs across the whole community. And what I would,
you know, a lot of the resistance I feel that we've been hearing is, well, but we've worked on this for so long. Well, but we just know planning so much better. I even went to school for this. And I don't mean to disparage, but you know, it takes a special kind of arrogance, I think, to not see that so many of the people that got involved and decided. There was a whole working group of architects that have formed now and are speaking out against this and other development projects. People are smart. Neighbors that I did not think were involved at all, were using like development terminology, okay? These are smart folks. They know what they're talking about. So finally, I'm for sticking a fork in it tonight. Let's rescind this thing. But I certainly don't want, and I agree with what Diana Gordon said, I don't want Hines Jr. or Mick Hines.
Zombie Hines.
Zombie Hines coming up. And also, if I was someone's political consultant, I wouldn't want to share a ballot with this referendum.
And just like we didn't regret not having this ridiculous island, I think we're not going to regret your decision, hopefully tonight, to rescind. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Feinstein.
Quote, at first, there was 50 people at City Hall. They were dismissed. Then it became 100 people at City Hall, and they were dismissed. Then it became 200 people at City Hall, and they were dismissed. And now, then we did our electronic petition, and we had 600 people sign, and they were dismissed. And now 13,000 people are being dismissed. Prove to us democracy is not dead, and repeal this project. Hines, Texans, go home. Thank you.
Yeah.